Ever wondered what tiny terrors are swimming with the fishes? Let's talk microplastics. These minuscule pieces of plastic are becoming a massive problem for our oceans and marine life. But what exactly are microplastics and how do they end up in our waters? Microplastics are teeny, tiny pieces of plastic less than 5 millimeters in size. They can be so small that they are almost invisible to the naked eye, yet their impact is anything but small. These tiny particles can come from a variety of sources, including the breakdown of larger plastic items like bottles and bags. They come from larger plastic waste breaking down or are designed to be small, like those in face scrubs. These microbeads, often found in personal care products, are washed down the drain and eventually make their way into our waterways. Over time, sunlight, wind, and water break down larger plastics into these tiny fragments. But don't let their size fool you. These little bits can cause big problems. Microplastics can absorb harmful chemicals from the environment, turning them into toxic time bombs. When marine animals ingest these particles, the toxins can accumulate in their bodies, posing a threat to their health and the health of the entire food chain. They get into the ocean, where fish and other marine life mistake them for food. This can lead to malnutrition, reproductive issues, and even death for these creatures. The problem doesn't stop there. It travels up the food chain, affecting larger predators and ultimately, humans. And guess what? When we eat seafood, we might be munching on microplastics too. Studies have found microplastics in a variety of seafood, including fish, shellfish, and even sea salt. This means that the plastic pollution in our oceans is making its way onto our plates and into our bodies. Scientists are still figuring out what this means for our health, but it's clear microplastics are everywhere. Research is ongoing to understand the long-term effects of microplastic ingestion on human health. Some studies suggest that these particles could cause inflammation, disrupt hormones, and even lead to cancer. From the deepest ocean trenches to the highest mountain peaks, no place on Earth is safe from this plastic invasion. Microplastics have been found in the most remote and pristine environments, showing just how pervasive this problem is. They are carried by wind, water, and even living organisms, spreading far and wide. But here's the good news. We can all make a difference by reducing plastic use and supporting cleanup efforts. Simple changes in our daily lives, like using reusable bags, bottles, and containers, can significantly reduce the amount of plastic waste we generate. Participating in local cleanup events and supporting policies that aim to reduce plastic pollution can also have a big impact. So next time you reach for that plastic straw, think twice. Opt for alternatives like metal, bamboo, or paper straws. Every small action counts and can contribute to a larger movement towards a cleaner, healthier planet. Let's keep our oceans and our bodies microplastic-free. By making conscious choices and spreading awareness, we can help protect our environment and ensure a sustainable future for generations to come. Together, we can tackle the microplastic menace and preserve the beauty and health of our planet.
Now that we've uncovered the world of microplastics, let's dive deeper into their impact on marine life. The tiny particles we discussed earlier are not just floating around aimlessly. They are causing significant harm to marine ecosystems. Recent studies have shown that microplastics are prevalent in every corner of the ocean. From the surface waters to the deep sea, these particles are everywhere. They are ingested by a wide range of marine organisms, from the smallest plankton to the largest whales. But what happens once these creatures consume microplastics? Research has revealed that microplastics can cause physical harm to marine animals. For instance, they can lead to blockages in the digestive systems of fish and other marine creatures, making it difficult for them to absorb nutrients from their food. This can result in malnutrition, stunted growth, and even death. Moreover, microplastics can carry harmful chemicals, such as pesticides and heavy metals, which can be absorbed by marine organisms. These toxins can accumulate in the bodies of these animals, leading to a range of health issues, including reproductive problems, immune system dysfunction, and behavioral changes. And the problem doesn't end there. When predators consume prey that has ingested microplastics, the toxins can bioaccumulate and magnify up the food chain. This means that top predators, including humans who eat seafood, can be exposed to higher concentrations of these harmful substances. Recent studies have found alarming levels of microplastics in commercially important fish species, raising concerns about the safety of our seafood supply. One particularly troubling finding comes from a study conducted by researchers at the University of Exeter. They discovered that microplastics can affect the behavior of marine animals. For example, hermit crabs exposed to microplastics were less likely to switch to larger shells, which is essential for their growth and survival. Such behavioral changes can have cascading effects on marine populations and ecosystems. Additionally, microplastics can alter the physical properties of marine habitats. For instance, they can accumulate on the seafloor, affecting the structure and function of benthic ecosystems. This can disrupt the delicate balance of these environments, leading to the decline of important species and the degradation of critical habitats. But it's not all doom and gloom. Scientists and conservationists are working tirelessly to understand the full extent of the microplastic problem and develop solutions to mitigate its impact. Innovative approaches, such as using biodegradable materials and improving waste management practices, are being explored to reduce the influx of plastics into our oceans. As individuals, we can also play a role in protecting marine life from microplastics. By reducing our plastic consumption, supporting cleanup initiatives, and advocating for stronger environmental policies, we can help safeguard our oceans and the incredible creatures that call them home. So, let's continue our journey towards a microplastic-free future. Together, we can make a difference and ensure that our marine ecosystems remain vibrant and thriving for generations to come.
Now that we've explored the devastating impact of microplastics on marine life, it's time to turn our attention to an equally alarming issue: microplastics in our food chain. Microplastics enter the food chain primarily through marine organisms. As we discussed earlier, these tiny particles are ingested by a wide range of sea creatures, from plankton to fish. But how do they make their way onto our plates? The answer lies in the interconnectedness of our ecosystems. When smaller marine organisms ingest microplastics, they are subsequently eaten by larger predators. This process continues up the food chain, leading to the accumulation of microplastics in top predators, including commercially important fish species. But the journey of microplastics doesn't stop at seafood. Recent studies have revealed that microplastics are present in various other food items, including salt, honey, and even drinking water. This widespread contamination raises serious concerns about our daily exposure to these harmful particles. So, what are the potential health impacts of consuming microplastics? The truth is, we are still in the early stages of understanding the full extent of this issue. However, preliminary research suggests several alarming possibilities. Microplastics can carry toxic chemicals such as pesticides, heavy metals, and persistent organic pollutants. When ingested, these toxins can be released into our bodies, potentially leading to a range of health problems. One of the primary concerns is the impact on our digestive system. Microplastics can cause inflammation and damage to the gut lining, which may impair nutrient absorption and lead to gastrointestinal issues. Additionally, the chemicals carried by microplastics can disrupt our endocrine system, affecting hormone regulation and potentially leading to reproductive problems, immune system dysfunction, and developmental issues. Moreover, the long-term effects of microplastic exposure are still largely unknown. As scientists continue to investigate this issue, it is crucial that we take proactive steps to reduce our exposure and mitigate the risks. Efforts to improve waste management, reduce plastic production, and develop alternative materials are essential in addressing the root of the problem. As consumers, we can also make a difference by choosing products with minimal plastic packaging, supporting companies that prioritize sustainability, and advocating for stronger environmental regulations. Together, we can work towards a future where microplastics no longer threaten our health and the health of our planet. Join us in the next chapter as we explore innovative solutions and success stories from around the world in the fight.
Welcome to Chapter 4, Solutions and Innovations. Now that we've delved into the alarming presence of microplastics in our food chain, it's time to shift our focus towards hope and progress. Across the globe, scientists, engineers, and policymakers are working tirelessly to combat the menace of microplastic pollution. Let's explore some of the most promising innovations and solutions that are paving the way for a cleaner future. First, let's talk about new technologies. One groundbreaking innovation is the development of biodegradable plastics. These materials are designed to break down much faster than traditional plastics, reducing the chances of forming microplastics. Companies are also exploring the use of natural fibers and biopolymers to create sustainable alternatives to conventional plastics. Another exciting advancement is the use of nanotechnology to filter microplastics from water sources. Researchers have developed specialized filters and membranes that can capture even the tiniest plastic particles, ensuring cleaner drinking water and healthier ecosystems. In addition to technological innovations, policy changes are playing a crucial role in addressing microplastic pollution. Governments around the world are implementing stricter regulations on plastic production and waste management. For example, the European Union has introduced a ban on single-use plastics, while several countries have enacted policies to reduce plastic packaging and promote recycling. These measures are not only reducing the amount of plastic waste entering our environment, but also encouraging industries to adopt more sustainable practices. Community-driven initiatives are also making a significant impact. Local organizations and volunteers are organizing beach cleanups, raising awareness about plastic pollution, and advocating for stronger environmental protections. By working together, communities are demonstrating that collective action can lead to meaningful change. Businesses are stepping up as well, with many companies committing to reduce their plastic footprint. From using recycled materials in their products to eliminating plastic packaging, these efforts are helping to shift the market towards more sustainable options. Innovative startups are also entering the scene with creative solutions, such as edible packaging, reusable containers, and zero-waste stores. These initiatives are not only reducing plastic waste, but also inspiring consumers to make more environmentally conscious choices. Education and awareness are key components in the fight against microplastics. Schools, universities, and non-profit organizations are developing educational programs to inform the public about the dangers of plastic pollution and the importance of sustainability. By empowering individuals with knowledge, we can foster a culture of responsibility and stewardship for our planet. As we continue to explore and implement these solutions, it's important to remember that every action counts. Whether it's choosing reusable products, supporting eco-friendly companies, or participating in local cleanup efforts, each of us has a role to play in combating microplastic pollution. Together, we can create a future where our oceans, food, and water are free from harmful microplastics. Join us in the next chapter as we share inspiring success stories from around the world and celebrate the progress being made in this critical fight. Together, we can make a difference.